Hello everybody. I think it's time I did some work on this large ash. I haven't done anything to it all summer apart from water it obviously, and it's had a bit of weeding done. And it's grown quite well, but if I pan up the trunk you'll see it's grown well, but just very straight, very boring. And so what I want to do now is to cut it back, bring it back under some sort of control, and hopefully encourage a bit of ramification. So obviously this is my perceived front at the moment. So if we work from the top, this is the trunk line that I am happy with at the moment. It's got quite a number of bends, it's got a very nasty scar in the back, but that's beginning to roll over, so I'm hopeful that in a few more years, 5 the most, that will be reasonably filled in. If it isn't, it's at the back, so that's okay too. So this branch, just my vision for this tree is somewhere about so high, sort of typical ash tree shaped dome. So I think I'm going to find an outward facing bud on this branch and just snip it out. Thusly. Again, this one is quite straight to there, which I think would be a good bud to use. Bring the growth in this direction, but it needs a lot of straight growth, so I'm actually going to cut it back to this bud. And this main leader I'm going to cut back here. And this branch, quite like this branch, do have a little bit of taper, but I'm going to take it out at this point and hope for some more. Take it up above there first. That allows me to get my hand in for a second cut, a bit closer to the bud. There. This branch I have been using as a sacrifice branch, and I think I'm going to leave it on at least the rest of this season, growing and putting some vigour into the tree, and possibly next season as well, as it will leave a large scar when I remove it, but yeah, this tree's already got a pretty large scar anyway. Or alternatively, I could just chop it here and allow it to regrow as another branch. I think I'm going to chop it. And I'm going to chop it here. That's quite a bit of work for one day for this tree. I'm going to leave these little short branches for now. Probably won't touch them this year. We'll just leave the rest of the tree to grow. Now that I look at it again, I'm not entirely happy with these two trunks being same length pretty much, so I'm actually going to cut that one back again. Like so. Okay, so that's all the work for this tree. Probably all I'm going to do for this year. Obviously it will be fed and watered and weeded as necessary, and otherwise just left to grow. And I thought, just for interest, we could compare this. It's the leaf of an ash tree that has spent a lot of time in the ground, probably 8 to 10 years in the ground, and then a couple of years in a large flower pot, and it's only spent a year in a bonsai pot, as opposed to this tree, which has been grown from seed and has spent its entire life in small pots. First of all in a small flower pot, and then in bonsai pot. I think you can see there is quite a bit of difference in the size of the leaves, and so I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't be put off by people saying you can't bonsai that species, the leaves are too big. Almost anything is possible. Given time, the leaves on the larger tree will come down once it's been growing in a pot for a number of years, just like these have. I think this tree is probably 5 years old. I'm terrible at dating things and remembering when I planted things. I don't write them down or record them, but I think this tree is about 5 years old. Like I say, grown from seed, and always in a pot. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in. Thanks for watching. Cheers.